10:32, Taralei, how are you doing this morning?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
So anyway, I honestly,
Usually how it goes when I come in here.
No, it's not that at all. I am just like dead in the water. I woke up today. I don't know if it's the eclipse. I don't know if it's my sinuses.
Probably.
I don't know if it's my impatience. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
All I know is that I'm ready to talk about getting loud on 420. How are
Sounds
we doing,
great.
Taralei?
Yeah, no, we can do that. I'm happy to talk about that.
So how did this idea come together?
Oh, man, I'm not... it's been a long process. It started as so many different things, and then it all kind of combined down into this one thing that's finally coming together. So, but yeah, no, I've been passionate about cannabis and since I started using it when I was 25, which is 8 years. Anyway, a little existential crisis. I've actually I'm still kind of young comparatively to most of the, for when I started it. Yeah. For when I started using it, I haven't been using cannabis very long in comparison to most of the people around me.
You weren't a 10-year yet, are you?
No, I'm not. I just, that just processed in my head. I was like, oh, not quite. Like,
that's
it's
why
not
we
even
do
been
this
10
show.
years that I've been smoking weed.
This show serves various purposes, whether it's for the audience or for our guests. We work through things together on the studio.
So many new things learned, even when I'm the one coming in to educate people. So, no, but it's something I'm very passionate about. It's been so interesting seeing more and more states legalize it in some fashion, and knowing how much it helps me and other people medicinally, and how much safer than most things it is recreationally. Yeah. And then also knowing that so many people that I was reading a little more about it today, even on the Last Prisoner Project's website. And the number they kind of stick with is 40,000 people incarcerated across the country for cannabis, for nonviolent cannabis crimes.
Well, and too, a lot of these folks have been sitting there for 10, 12, 15 years, even longer than that a lot of the times.
Yeah. Yeah, no. One of the things I noticed, too, is that Illinois is pretty good. It's doing all right compared to the other states.
You're right.
On the cannabis justice stuff, but there's still... It's an intensely, more than intensive process just to get charges dropped or anything. Yeah. We do have a process, but it's very prohibitively complicated and long. And, so that's kind of where we're still stuck. We still even have people in Illinois getting arrested and spending a long time in prison for cannabis, for a plant that is fully legal here.
Right.
It's recreational and medical here. But so that's 76% of the states have now legalized in some form. There's 76% of the states. It's 38, I think, is the number that are medical. And, and yet we still have, and there's no way right now with the way that's what I was reading about earlier. I went on a little tangent here, but there's no way right now to actually know the amount of people in prison for this. You're
right, because what they do is they'll lump in a couple of charges, and who's to say what's actually there's a lot of fine lines with it. Oh, well, and that's why I love what you're doing, Taralei, is the Last Prisoner Project is a wonderful organization that does a lot. In really trying to get these individuals free as they await the White House's promise to decriminalize at a federal level, which they still have failed to do. So you have groups like the Last Prisoner Project who are going out there and spending tens of millions of dollars in all these legal hearings, and a lot of times it really is for somebody who may or may not have had, 5 or 6 grams of pot on them in the back of a Ford Pinto in 1980, and they're going down for a trafficking charge because they were in the boonies of some county somewhere, and that was the big haul of the week. And that's just kind of the facts of the matter. Right.
I mean, there are people spending more than 30 years in prison for having 2 joints in their pocket. That's not even, it's ridiculous. And so that's, for me... I'm one of those people who has a very strong sense of justice. And so, like, I feel weird being, because I'm very loud at this point about the fact that I use cannabis. You know, my focus is doing media, educating people on it, you know, showing that it can be healing as well as fun. And so I'd been talking with the guys at the conservatory about doing a 420 event. And I decided I didn't think it was right to do one without having, awareness, raising awareness for the fact that, hey, yes, it's legal here now. There's all this stuff going right in the right direction for it, but there's still so much we have to do. Well, and I just think that's important to highlight.
No, it's a great point, because, you know, the whole idea of the 420 holiday is the awareness that you're supposed to raise and the destigmatization and making sure weeds and cannabis is legal, and you can't really call it a victory and a celebration or a holiday until
it's not a victory at all yet.
Exactly. Like, and that's why it's great that you're doing this, because you got a lot. I mean, there's a lot to go on.
So
this.
much. Yeah. So anyway, so I've got. Oh gosh, now my brain is wanting to do math. Okay, it's too early on a Monday for that. But yeah, I've got some great bands, musical acts booked. It is gonna be a free show, so we'll have some raffle baskets, raffle tickets available for people to buy, and then we're also gonna have pizza available, and Midnight Topher is gonna be there slinging slices, and he's gonna donate $1 from every slice sold to the Last Prisoner Project as well. That's cool. And then I'm working on something with the conservatory too for like a drink special. So don't have all the info on that yet. But so there are going to be multiple options while you're there. It is a free show. You can get in the door without paying anything. I wanted it to be accessible to everyone. And then you can donate at whatever level is comfortable to you, whether it's just through buying a slice of pizza, a drink, or buying a bunch of raffle tickets and trying to get some of the cool baskets that different.
What are some of the
businesses.
baskets?
So I haven't seen any of them yet, but you know, I feel like this time. There's just been some crazy energy lately, okay? And people are running very slow. I know Fred Pollard, who...
He's wonderful.
Yes, he is going to be donating a basket for Mississippi Hippie, and Mom said no, so that'll be stoner-themed, you know, fun stuff. I've got a couple of head shops I'm talking with, so we'll have some baskets with papers.
I thought you shared headshots. I'm like, I took a few of those on Friday.
Right, yeah, head shop. So a smoke shop. So we'll be doing that. We'll be, have some stuff like that. I'm still talking to another couple places.
That's awesome.
This is the final part that I'm pulling together is these raffle baskets, but it will be fine. You know, we're going to have, so I've got the Chimney Birds opening for us. Should be a fun show. And then we've got Hellbender with Mila Ray Duffy.
She's great.
She's the one who I connected with first. And then she was like, can I please have my whole band come play? It was just going to be her originally. And I'm very excited, yes, to see them performing. And then after that, I've got Light Strife, fantastic hip hop artist, rapper. And then we've got Biff Gnarly. I was just debating if I was going to talk about, but they were originally talking about reggae-fying a couple of their songs for the show. I don't know if that's happened at this point. Like I said, energy is crazy. Everyone is slow on everything. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just trying to pull everything together. It's fine. I don't know. That might be fake. Line. It might be real. You never know. You got to stop by to find out.
Exactly right.
And then we've got the night closing out after Biff Gnarly. I've got my good friend DJ CBS coming out. So we'll just dance the night away for the last few hours.
They're on Sunday mornings, aren't they?
No.
That was a great joke. CBS Sunday morning. Oh, come on.
My God.
Come on. CBS.
See, I don't have cable right now. I go through the internet for this. So I don't have cable right now, so I don't think about CBS anymore.
See?
Which I think is fine.
The new generation. Everyone's TV. It's what's going to happen. All of you guys is ABC, CBS. It's just all going to be Disney 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Much.
Is the exhibit going to be open that day?
The exhibit? No. So, or what, you mean my photos?
Yeah, your photos.
No. So that's kind of changed. I know when I was on here talking about this show before, So I actually did a photo shoot Friday. CJ was there. He got to participate. It's a little bit different than the original plan. So I know the original plan I was talking about was kind of photographing stoners, getting a bit of their story. I am still going to be doing that, but I've kind of pushed that off until after the 420 show, really starting that. I just kind of ran into, and I think this ties into kind of the point of the show. There were a lot of people who wanted to be involved, who really wanted to support this, but were really scared to publicly put their face to it and go more in depth into their story and why they use cannabis and all. Even when I talked with them about remaining anonymous, there's a lot of fear still about being public about that. So I think that's going to be kind of more of a longer term project in kind of the style of, I guess I would say, like Humans of New York, you know, that sort of thing.
Right.
Where I'll kind of be photographing people like that over time and then sharing their stories that way.
Well, not real quick. It's no different than, you know, imagine this. You have an employer and instead of you using cannabis, you're a drinker, and you go in there, and even though the state just made alcohol legal, your employer is wanting to know why you're, you know, maybe coming in or you're going where you're going on the weekend, and they don't want to see you with any type of alcohol in your hand. You go to a party, or maybe you go out to a community event. You have a Coors Light, you get a picture taken, it's on Facebook, and then all of a sudden you lose your job. That's what's happening still currently, because there are companies, even though the state says it's cool, whether or not it's because they're a union company or because of insurance, they just don't allow it, so you can't go on there, and you can't do those things. And that's something that's still really important to highlight, too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. And I think, that's very important. I got all sorts of reasons for people kind of backing out suddenly or doing different things, whether it was about to lose their job or I work with kids and I'm really concerned about what this could do or like, you know, like just all sorts of different things. Even I think if my grandpa saw this, he would be really upset. You know, like all sorts of reasons. I've heard all of it. So I just kind of have put...
Send that one to me.
It's okay. I mean, look, I get it. Like people, it's hard, especially if like your family's more conservative or
it doesn't even matter.
It's silly. Yeah. But so that's kind of, so what I'm doing for the show has kind of shifted. It's not going to be that kind of more profile type thing. It's, I'm doing a little bit of a spoof on an old ad campaign. I'll be launching the first series of images online, probably Wednesday. I've been wanting to say tomorrow, but it's going to be Wednesday at this point. It's going to be Wednesday. So I'll start launching those online. I am trying to figure out whether I'm going to get some prints done or like a slideshow. So that will be going of these at the show. That's cool. Yeah. So I'm just kind of time-wise, we'll see whether it's prints or or a slideshow, you know.
That's a stay tuned.
But yeah, yes. So that's all very stay tuned. But it was a lot of fun. The images are turning out great. It's a lot of editing right now, but I'm very excited to launch those. I'm nerding out. I'm just so happy. Look, CJ wore green lipstick for me. All right. There were 3 men who showed up to this photo shoot on Friday who had never worn makeup before, who all applied green lipstick.
I was Taraleigh's first. I was the first person you put makeup on.
Yes, actually.
That's true.
That's very true. I was saying that as
Where's your mind going on a Monday?
Look, it's a Monday, all right? No, so CJ, all these guys, all 3 of these guys did a great job. Like they tried applying it on their own at first, and Mila helped me a little bit. We touched up their lips a little, and I like reach out and I'm like, you know, CJ's taller than me. I'm a little shorty, and I'm like reaching up, and I'm like, I think this is the first time I've put makeup on someone else. And so, yeah, he was my first. Anyway, but you know what? Can I just say, maybe this is a weird thing to say, but it was strangely empowering that 3 men would put makeup on to help me out with an art project that I'm working on, you know?
Well, that's
like,
good.
who had never worn it before.
That's good.
That was pretty empowering. I feel very powerful that I was able to inspire dudes to do that. So, you know, these images are going to be real fun. It sounds weird right now, but once you see, you will
It'll all come
understand.
together.
It'll all come
sense.
together.
I'm going to get hit with sexual harassment today. I'm going
no. I'm sorry.
People at home are going to go, oh no,
What
CJ's
is
canceled. He is so canceled. That's what happens
It's
when
all
you're...
very wholesome, guys. I promise.
It's just makeup.
We're joking around, but it's very wholesome.
That's what happens.
You know, if you can
your
consider being
dog
wholesome.
wakes you up at
which
3:45 in the
God.
morning. You're sleep deprived, and you're just, ready to get loud at the conservatory on
Yes.
April the 20th at 6 p.m.
We will be doing that. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be different types of music, stuff for everyone, from the DJ to rock music to hip hop to, you know, we've got everything coming in. So even if you think one of the bands you're like, that's not who I want to listen to, you still want to come in. It's going to be fun. Look, I'm really hyping this up, all right? I'm very excited about this show. I've never organized an event like this, so I'm very proud that it's coming together. Yeah, I've done a lot of different activism and charity fundraising things, but never like an event like this. So I'm very proud. Please show up. And make this a great event. It's already coming together. It's going to be awesome.
It's coming together nice.
Please show up. Please don't leave me alone there. Okay.
What time does the event end?
To be determined. We're kind of, the plan right now is kind of probably by midnight, but we'll see if enough people show up, if the vibes are good. I know DJ CBS will keep spinning as long as people are dancing.
Text line's going nuts right now.
Is it really?
It was a good joke. Thank you. It was a great joke. It was my joke. That was the first joke. Thank you. That was funny.
Okay.
That was funny.
Yeah.
So whether or not you're going for the Chimney Birds, Hellbender, Light Strife, Biff Gnarly, or DJ CBS,
or just me, Fairy Herbmother,
or Fairy Herbmother over there.
Hey.
To get loud, there is no cover. You could win the raffle prizes with just $1. That's how much the tickets cost. $1 raffle tickets to win some great stuff and just be a part of this really great community-oriented event.
Yes.
I'm running out of a voice here.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, but there's also going to be pizza. Hey, Midnight Topher's, if you haven't had it yet, it is... I'm biased.
Why'd
a
you have to
little bit.
look at me right when you said that? Huh?
Well,
You kind of
because
read
I don't
my
think
soul.
you've had it yet, right? You got to come down and try it.
I will.
But yeah, and your next chance won't be till he's not going to be there this weekend, but because he's going out of town. But yes, Chris, who does Midnight Tover's Pizza, I'm going to say this. The best pizza in the Riverbend.
Ooh,
all right.
Oh, I don't know.
Look,
I gotta test it now. I gotta test it now.
You do. Okay. It is fantastic.
We'll test it.
And he makes it all homemade. He does this amazing seasoning on the crust, and he has all sorts of different toppings. So he'll be making slices. I think it's usually $5 a slice. So, and he's going to be donating $1 from every slice sold to the Last Prisoner Project. It's really good pizza. Yeah. It's really good stuff. Come out, try it, have some drinks, smoke some weed in the alley. You know, it's going to be a great time.
I will be giving a pizza review at 10:45. That evening, I will be giving my official pizza review on the stage. But that sounds good. In seriousness, though, stay up to date on Taralei's Facebook page where you can see all the pictures, all the fun stuff when it comes to this really cool photo exhibit you're doing. And also head on over to the conservatory right there on Broadway at the corner of it, right next to the tattoo shop, where you can get loud. Music starts at 7 p.m., but the doors open at 6 p.m. on the 20th of April with the Chimney Birds, Hellbender, Light Strife, Biff Gnarly, DJ CBS, Fairy Herbmother, and the and the $1. Oh, John Cardi would say, "Listen, he'd kill me," because that's literally what he does. I just stole it from him. And or his co-host Julie. I'm going to get in so much trouble. And the $1 raffle. I steal a lot of my material. We'll take it. That's good. No one watches listens AM, so I can just cover it and be fine. Yeah. 10:51. We'll take it.
Do what you got to do.
Say that off the mic. You know, if that way you don't get yelled at. 10:51. Little bit of change. Taralei Griffin, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you, CJ.
That was fun, and we're gonna have even more fun at Get Loud on the 20th of April. 4:20. Music starts at 7.
4:20. What?
And we'll see you right after this.